Alright, Joyfield Charanjian here, and boundaries. We hear lots of people, fluffy spiritual people saying, oh, boundaries. Well, isn't boundaries by nature a defense mechanism? It's like a wall. It's like, you can't see me, I don't want you to see me. You'll notice, even in the last US election, Trump goes and says, oh, we're going to build up a wall across all of the whole continent of the United States, blocking from Mexico, make them pay for it. Yeah, like that was going to happen. It's irrational. It's too big a project to deal with. But it appealed to the weak and fear-based conservatives. Look at all those words. So you'll notice that, okay, all around Israel, Jerusalem, they'll build a wall. Great Wall of China. It's a defense mechanism. So there is zero chance that it is actually open-hearted, open to learning and beneficial at all. It's essentially like saying that if there's a part of me that is uncomfortable from this topical conversation, that I'm unwilling to learn about myself. So it's like going to a horror movie and going, oh, I didn't like that movie, I got scared. But you chose to go there. Full responsibility for your choice, right? I mean, fair enough, if you're in physical danger, it's got to be sorted. If you're attracting that, you need to get stronger. Yeah, and if you're attracting that all the time, or you're just thinking that all the time, well, then you're fear-based. So that means the lower part of your body is incredibly toxic and in terrible condition, and, well, as a result of that, that just leads to terrible decision-making and suicide, really. So you better fix that. Learn to eat many herbs for these things. And so defense mechanism. And so what is it? If there's something that is fear-based, and it's like, I don't want you to see that part of me. I'm afraid of it. I can't face it. Even on topic in conversation, that means it goes through the nervous system, and there's something below the level of the kidneys. And because it's fear-based. And as a result, there are many different microorganisms and imbalances and toxins below the kidneys that are subconsciously controlling the mind, creating a false illusion. So what is fear? Fear is false illusion appearing real, false evidence appearing real, essentially an illusion or a delusion. So putting up a boundary is a complete false illusion coming from the lowest centered place, which the Christians call hell. I suggest that you fix that stuff up, clear that, detox, cleanse, because there are remarkable amounts of stuff and imbalances and stuff that are below the level of the kidneys, and if they continue to grow in that environment, that will create an entirely fear-based existence. And when you've got a fear-based existence, that means your senses are not functioning. The senses have to go all the way to the coccyx in the nervous system. It's very hard to achieve. I still haven't accomplished that. And so there's a 5 to 10% awareness of the nervous system and perception from that. Below that, 90% fear-based. So as a result, 90 to 95% of the time, people who haven't fixed these things are coming from the base of fear, which is a false evidence appearing real. How about we fix that stuff up, get rid of it, rebuild, and turn that into forever expanding and rising? Because when we have a strong, solid foundation, in tune with Mother Nature, we feel strong, confident, powerful, and able to take on new accomplishments, new experiences that are expansive for us. But if we always have a fear-based response to everything, then anything new is scary. So we're never going to achieve anything. So how can putting up a defense mechanism and a wall and a barrier to learning and growth be beneficial? I'm not seeing that one as truth at all. That's a fear-based delusion coming from fear. How about we drop that shit, fix the kidneys and everything below it? Highly recommend Shilajit for that. Also, minerals. Minerals are the key. Minerals in the lower half of the body are absolutely key. Boundaries, defense mechanism, wall. Just, there's nothing good. There's no positivity to that. It's just a barrier to learning about the self. And say there's an infinite amount of different creatures, but say you got virus A below the kidneys here, and in this environment that has created a whole environment that is the biggest imbalance that the body is taking on, but the brain is unaware of it because it's not connected to it. That will grow and grow and grow, and you won't know that it's there at all. But it's completely deciding your entire choices, your entire reality, your partner choice, your friend choice. Every single decision that you ever make goes through that fear-based environment. Do you want to let that win? That will end up in a growing and taking over the whole system, and your existence is done. Doesn't sound very positive about that, is it? So I suggest you fix it. Go and get a colonic.